Consul General of Israel to meet West India. Mumbai Kobi Soshani say to declaration of war is because Hamas touched Israel's open wounds, families, women, elderly people and children. To slaughter, to massacre children, girls and elderly people is something we haven't seen. Israel will do the maximum to get the price from these criminals, he said. While appreciating India and United States for extending their support to Israel, Soshani said US and India are the biggest democracies in the world and their support gives them a lot of power and belief regarding what to do next. In terrorism, you have to fight all the time. You want to live, you have to fight, he added.
Days in Israel, very sad days in Israel. This declaration of war, it's because they touch our open wounds. They touch our families, they touch our women, they touch our elderly people, our grandfathers and families and kids. And it's not the same thing. To slaughter, to massacre kids, girls, elderly people, it's something that we haven't seen. It reminds us, the darkness time of the Jewish people in the Holocaust. And because of that, you have to understand what is Israel. Israel will do the utmost to get the price from these criminals in such a way that it will be written for us, and we are really appreciated. President Biden, the action and the clear voice that he made, along with your Prime Minister, which they are become more or less the leader of the world, biggest democracies in the world. The support and the very clear voice that they mentioned give us a lot of power, a lot of belief that what we are going to do next, it's very, very important, because in terrorism you have to fight all the time. And sometimes you have to pay a price, sometimes you have to pay budget and finance crisis. But if you want to live, you have to fight against terrorism. Doesn't matter which form it is. And I think that your Prime Minister make it in a very clear voice. The messages that I got from even simple people, people that I don't know, through the social medias, make me so happy, and it give me and us in Israel. The conversation between your Prime Minister and our Prime Minister is extremely, extremely important. And even in a day of a war, and we are in a day of a war, our Prime Minister had the chance to speak to your Prime Minister. It showed the bond and the friendship and the support that we get from India in Israel. And it's something that actually passed all over the network. First of all, and the good relations between the two leaders, it's very, very important. We need your support. We need your moral support. That's the most important thing. When someone, a leader like Modi, along with other strong leaders and significant leaders of the democracies, supporting the State of Israel, it gives us a lot of power. And we are really, really appreciated. Right? I think that the crucial part is, of course, your embassy in Tel Aviv. They are dealing with all these Indians that would like to leave. Some of them left, I know. Some of them prefer to stay. In the center of Israel, you don't feel it so hard. And most of them, they are in the center of Israel. But if there is some need, I will try to do my utmost to help them. I spoke to my Minister of Foreign Affairs last night, and he said in a very clear voice that every foreigner, every Indian that would like to leave, he will give him, the Minister of Foreign Affairs will give him all the support needed to send him back home. And we are following his request.